Hello, I'm a BX Toycam. Welcome back to the video. Today we're to talk about one of the biggest mysteries when it comes to Minecraft console update / DLC stuff that I think we've ever had. And I was expecting to make this entire video just to say, hey, yeah, wasn't it crazy we had this mashup pack that seemed to have been announced that never really came out. But as I was actually looking into it for the video to try and get like more of the story worked out, because I was like, this is kind of strange, I discovered more and more and more, and I actually solved the mystery 2 years later, but I finally worked out what happened to the Far Cry mashup pack for Minecraft console, and I'm going to be sharing that in today's video. So hopefully you do all enjoy the mystery finally being solved after these years. If you do all like it, like and let me know, because it helps out the channel and lets know that you do like, I don't know, mashup packs and mysteries and stuff like that. But with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start by talking about where this exactly came from. So yeah, Far Cry mashup pack is something you might not have heard if you haven't been around for the last couple of years, because basically the way this came out is before Minecraft Xbox One and PS4 released. I think it was over 2 years ago now. Basically, it was Owen Hill and Daniel from Mojang. They actually did an interview with the OXM, the official Xbox magazine, to kind of just talk about the game, talk about what they're changing, talk about some of their plans for the future. And in that interview, they referenced several things, including like, brand new texture packs coming in the future. They referenced, battle mode, which came out like 2 years later. Basically, this interview is like a big kind of like view of the game and what they're planning to do in the far future. So the reason this is so significant is not only did they talk about a bunch of things from the future, they also included a bunch of screenshots alongside it. And some of these screenshots were from texture packs which had just come out. Some of them were from something which didn't come out for quite some time after that. Some of it was like kind of hinted stuff. And one of the screenshots they included alongside it was this one right here. So yeah, this was really out of place with the rest of them, because as you can see, this is a texture pack we don't have a Minecraft console, and it's some skins we don't have a Minecraft console too, as well as some more stock map that might have been built. But still, it looks like, this looks like the foundation of a mashup pack, because it's skins we don't have, it's a texture pack we don't have, and it might even be a map we don't have too. So yeah, basically all the foundations of a mashup pack were there, and it looked like it was entirely plausible, because in Skin Pack 5, which had come out maybe a couple of months before the interview, again, it's my time for a little thing, but Skin Pack 5 had come out a little bit before that. If you check Skin Pack 5, there are actually 2 Far Cry skins, as well as a Far Cry Blood Dragon skin. There's actually Vars, and there's the main villain of the game, which means that they've already worked with the Ubisoft / Far Cry team. They've already cleared their characters for use in the game, and it just seemed like the logical next step. It's kind of how the the Halo characters were in there before they came the Halo mashup pack. The logical next step was going to be the Far Cry 3 mashup pack. So this is where the story ended for the longest time, and we were just like, oh, there's a Far Cry mashup pack that looks like it's on the way, but we never really saw anything more from that. So what most people assumed at that point is, oh, I guess, for some reason they didn't get the rights, or they didn't like it, because I mean, look at the texture pack, it looks kind of weird. Something went wrong with something along the line, whether it was licensing, whether it was the texture pack, whether it was just they didn't like the idea of it, or they didn't have time. Something went wrong along the line, and they didn't decide to release the mashup pack for the console game. So yeah, that's where the story kind of ended, at least for the longest time. But here's where the mystery gets solved, because again, I was looking into this so much because I was trying to find, the original interview. I was trying to find original links to the interview, stuff like that. But as I was trying to do so, it got very, very difficult, because so many of the websites that were around even 2 years ago seem to have gone, including the official Xbox magazine. It no longer has its own website. It just redirects the game radar, which means that entire interview, it's gone now. We only have like, the past records from what we saw 2 years ago. But the really interesting thing, because I had to dig so deep, even to find this image, because, it's kind of dug down there on the internet. Basically, to even find this image, I had to go through so much digging and just all over the place, and I found some interesting stuff along the way. So the first thing I found when I was looking for the Far Cry mashup pack, the Far Cry screenshot we saw, was actually something entirely unrelated, a Far Cry 3 resource pack that was released for Minecraft on the PC. So it's just on one of the, texture pack websites, and I was like, oh, this looks suspiciously similar. Did someone make something either from that, or did they base their mashup pack on the console based on this? Because you look at the texture for the stone, it looks exactly the same. Look at the characters, they look exactly the same too, and it looks like it might be the exact same world here, which made me really suspicious. But again, it looked like it was something just a fan had made, and I was like, okay then, so the Far Cry 3 mashup pack maybe is just heavily inspired on this in some way, because then, to try and kind of check this a bit more, I decided to reverse image search this big image that was kind of the reveal, and I didn't see it linked on anywhere as a Minecraft PC, mod, or as a Minecraft PC anything. It was entirely just on Xbox websites, not only on the official Xbox magazine, but it seems like the same mistake was made by GameSpot, where they put this on there too. And again, I was like, okay then, so it is probably something to do with the Xbox, or at least it's a screenshot that wasn't out there before. And that was pretty much the end of that source. I could be like, okay, that seems like it's Xbox, because it's only featured on all these websites talking about the Xbox edition, until I looked more into the other screenshots, be like, okay, let's try and find something from this. Where did they come from? Are they just, a fan-made thing? And as I looked more into that, I found news articles from over 4 years ago now, including this particular one from NeoSeeker here, which says that Far Cry 3 comes to Minecraft, Ubisoft releases free theme map and texture pack. So finding the actual texture pack itself is very difficult. The Far Cry website seems to have removed every single reference to it they can. Basically, when Far Cry 3 came out, to promote it, they released a Far Cry 3 theme texture pack with its own skin pack, with its own map, and with its own texture pack. And it looked exactly like this, and if I had to guess what happened there, somehow along the way, someone took a screenshot of this. Again, it seems to be a screenshot that wasn't out there before. They put it on an article, and then that screenshot just got shared more and more and more. It kind of confirmed a Far Cry mashup pack console, console, that never really seemed to be the case. Again, the Far Cry team had worked with the console team, but that never seemed to happen, and at first I was just like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. This big mashup pack that seemed to have been accidentally leaked actually seems to be nothing, but it actually goes even deeper than that. So I'll admit this next bit could just be a coincidence, but I really do think it's one of the coolest like little switcheroos that I've ever seen when looking up something, because basically this thing that, you know, Far Cry released over 4 years ago now actually came out just a little bit after Minecraft console had released, and it's funny because the texture pack slash map slash skin pack combo sounds suspiciously like a mashup pack, doesn't it? You could say they're mashing up Far Cry into Minecraft, and that's what they did right there. And we actually saw just a little bit after this, you know, like 6 months to a year later, they said they'll be doing texture packs, but they'll also be doing mashup packs. Again, a little bit after this has come out, and after they started, you know, speaking to other game developers to get ideas for, you know, skin packs and doing stuff like that. So what I think actually happened here is the idea of the mashup pack came from this Far Cry 3, you know, it's called a texture pack, but it comes with a map and some skins. I think the idea of the, you know, of mashup pack for Minecraft console in general came from this little texture pack release all these years ago, because they realized other developers would be down to make that happen, and then they figured, let's do that. And I think even further than that, that the Far Cry mashup pack might have been the first one planned for Minecraft console. I think they saw this and they thought, why can't we get this done on console? And for some reason, somewhere along the chain, obviously it didn't, you know, come to fruition. Maybe it was just that it had been too long since Far Cry 3 had come out, and why put that much effort into promoting Far Cry 3 when it's, you know, when it's a year or a year and a half old? I could see that being the case. But funnily enough, because this, you know, interview came in from the Mojang team and not the 4J team, maybe they either still assumed this had happened, and they're like, oh yeah, the Far Cry mashup pack, and that's why the screenshot came from there, and they put it in there themselves or something. Or maybe what just happened is someone was playing the Far Cry mashup pack one day, their employer didn't realize it was actually the PC they were playing, and they put it in a screenshot and stoked all the, I guess, kind of like excitement in the world. But the actual answer to this is what is happening with the Far Cry mashup pack. It never was a console thing, but it might have been secretly in there, and funnily enough, this little Far Cry mashup pack that we all saw and thought was coming out in the future was actually the inspiration, it seems anyway, based on the timeline, for the mashup packs we then saw in Minecraft console, which I think is so cool personally, and that is the mystery solved. The Far Cry mashup pack probably isn't ever coming to console, especially now. Maybe it'll be reworked into like Far Cry 5 or something like that, but I really do doubt it. I think this is just something consigned to history, and I just find that incredibly interesting personally, and hopefully all of you did too. So if you did all enjoy this video, like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel, and lets know you do like things like this. Again, the mystery's solved, and it's not an exciting mystery where we're getting something cool coming soon, but it is one of those things where it's just like, isn't that something? And maybe you did all enjoy it. Like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.